He called you a cowboy. What did he mean? What are you?
Just a humble bounty hunter, ma'am.
If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Oh, we sure do need Him now. Oh, Lord, we sure do need Him now. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. We need Him every day and every hour. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Oh, we sure do need Him now. Oh, Lord, we sure do need Him now. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. We need Him every day and every hour. We need Him in the morning. We need Him in the night. We need Him in the noonday when the sun is shining bright. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Oh, we sure do need Him now. Oh, Lord, we sure do need Him now. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. We need Him every day and every hour. We need Him when we're happy. Oh, we need Him when we're sad. We need Him when we're burdened, just to make our hearts feel glad.
Glory, oh, we need Him. We need
Him, we really, really, really need Him in the morning, in the night. We need Him in the noonday, yeah.
shining bright.
Oh,
We need
Him,
we need
Him, we really need Him when we're happy, when we're sad. We need Him when we're burning, just to make our hearts feel
Oh, glory,
glad. We need Him, we really, really, really need Him in the morning, in the night. We need Him in the noonday when the sun is shining.
shining bright.
Oh,
We need
Him,
we need
Him, we really need Him when we're happy, when we're sad. We need Him when we're burning, just to make our hearts feel. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Oh, we sure do need Him now. Oh, Lord, we sure do need Him now. If we ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. We need Him every day and every hour.
So, it's that song. Don't get married.
And every hour. We need Him every day and every hour. We need Him every day and every hour.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? Going on. Only 3 people in here so far. See if anybody comes in here a little bit later on. And we will get the stream going here shortly. Drink some drink here. Oh, man. Been noticing that YouTube has been kind of targeting a lot of people here in the last week or so. So kind of a little bit risky doing it just on YouTube tonight, but we'll try it nonetheless. See how far we get. I don't plan on being on here probably too long tonight. I've been thinking about just doing, maybe take once a week, one stream a week, and maybe just do a solo stream. I don't know how that will go over with the crowd, so we're still going to do panel shows, but I'm kind of thinking of maybe just doing like one stream a week, maybe just do a solo stream, see how that works, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully everybody will come on in just a little bit later, and we'll get tonight's stream going. So we got Arbitrary Mac hanging out tonight. Yeah, we're not doing Rumble tonight. I didn't feel like setting Rumble up. It don't take but like a minute to set up Rumble. I'm just lazy. I didn't feel like doing it, and it's not really a big deal for the Rumble supporters. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll stream again for you on the Rumble Dumble side, but. We'll just stay on the YouTubes. We'll just stay on the YouTube side tonight and enjoy our Wednesday afternoon over here on the YouTubes. So, got a little indigestion today. Don't know what I ate, man. I don't know. All right, let's kick things off this afternoon. And like I said, I don't know how long we're going to be streaming for this afternoon. I got to jump right back on some project stuff going on with the comic books. I'm about to wrap up season 2 of Andre the Giant. Been thinking about getting back on the other 2 projects. I'm not sure yet. There's another idea I have in mind for doing a new series that I want to try, but I don't know right now. I kind of got a lot of this stuff on my plate trying to put these comic books together, so we may just postpone that for right now and just stick to Andre the Giant and finish off season 2, get ready for season 3. Hard to believe that I started that project nearly 6-8 months ago, and we're already nearly 3 seasons worth of content with that comic book. I really enjoy putting those little short stories together for you, considering the plot of the story at hand. We're definitely excited. I know that the Red Pill Renegade comic book, I've got to get back on that because that comic book has got to get back off the ground. We've got to see where our boy left off in prison. And be honest with you, I kind of ain't feeling like writing for that one right now, or the Misfit Rebels. I kind of just want to stick to Andre the Giant for now, and that's probably all that we're going to do in the foreseeable future until I get some more inspiration to get back on those other two projects. We'll just stick with Andre the Giant for now. I thought about doing a superhero story, like where they're roommates together, living together, but I was like, I don't know about that. It sounds good. It sounds exciting. I know that idea's been tried before. Just, superheroes living everyday lives, like with superpowers. We'll definitely see, what I can come up with that. I've got some ideas, starting to formulate some ideas about that. So we may do some sketches and see what we can come up with, and just make it like a regular setting, So yeah, we'll give you more on that as updates come up. But let's take a look at some stuff here tonight. I've got a video for us, but I did find this while I was searching up the video I wanted to play for us tonight. We'll play this here shortly and get it going. Let me pull this up here. There's some bad tomatoes. Oh, probably. Wouldn't doubt it. So for all of my naysayers out there that's not sure why we talk about, prenups being a bad idea. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Come on. There we go. So for all of you naysayers out there that don't understand why we don't agree with prenups, I'm fixing to show you a video that somebody came across earlier. And this is what happens in the courtroom even when you do sign a prenup, when everything is copacetic. This is what happens. They can throw these prenups out regardless. Just because you signed it, just because she signed it, don't mean that it's binding. So we'll see what's going on here.
These guys are pointing the fingers at each other, and I'm trying to resolve that problem and get to the merits of this thing. My understanding is this wife has been pressured to sign a decree.
Ask her.
That has no spousal support and no piece of a business. Where this husband.
Do you notice that the judge is a woman? Do you, Arbitrary Mac, do you notice that the judge is a woman? I wonder how this is going to go.
15 plus years is currently earning an annual net between 163,489 and 172,595, and she gets no piece of the business and no spousal support. Correct? That's what my understanding.
What in the fuck do you mean spousal support? Living under my roof, getting fed every day is spousal support. What are you talking about, Judge? What the hell are you talking about?
Is that the decree you had her sign?
Your
If
Honor,
that's not an
that is
ethical
not-
problem, I don't know what is.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Ethical problem? How is that ethical? What are you talking about? What do you mean? That woman can go out there and get a job just like anybody else. Why does she need his money and his income? What are you trying to enable her bad decision making for? Just can't she be responsible for herself and go out there and earn just like he did? Can she do that? No, I don't care what your arbitrary bullshit laws say. No, not you, Arbitrary Mac. Obviously. No, I don't care what her I don't care what choices she's made. I don't care, what she has done. She has the ability. I don't care what laws you've signed into law. I don't care, any of that. She can go out there and she can be a grown adult and she can go earn her own money. Did she help him create the bit? Now hold on. Did she help him create the business? Did they have a mutual understanding before that? If not, then what are you so worried about? Jesus Christ Almighty, man. That is some crazy, crazy footwork right there on that. Let's see what I want to see what the comments say. Hold on. comments here. Yeah, of course there is. You had her sign? Yeah, nobody forced her. Exactly. Nobody forced this woman to sign anything. She had every right and every choice to choose not to sign anything. That was her decision to make. By law, by your own laws that you sit there and you enforce the code on that criminals and crooked people wrote. By every intents and purposes, that is a legal binding contract. She has nothing to say. You have nothing to say, Judge. She signed it. When they sign them, they try to, under duress. That's where they get you. I've had people tell me, it's like, well, what about a prenup? Prenups ain't gonna work. Look at that judge trying to get out of it by saying she was under duress. No, you signed a contract willingly with a pen, pencil, whatever you signed it with, and then that's the end of it. It's a legal binding contract that you are sworn to uphold the law and enforce. There's no interpretation here. There's nothing to talk about here. 9 out of 10 of the richest women got there by divorce. Yep. I'm independent. I'll keep what I earn. Women, that's unethical. Yeah, sure. Sure. To who? Emotional women making emotional decisions. Yep. That's not a judge. That is a predator. If the prenup says she gets everything, the judge wouldn't bat an eye. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If the roles were reversed, she wouldn't have a problem with it at all. Yeah, exactly. If the prenup contract can be dismissed, why can't the marriage contract be dismissed in the same manner? Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like my internet's being a bitch. That she looked at it. Oh, shit. She looked at it from an emotional man-hating perspective than a legal perspective. Yeah, of course. Of course she did. When she said husband is earning, that's all we needed to hear. Husband is earning, not her. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, probably one-sided. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The only ethical problem I see is the judge considering a legal contract unethical. Yeah. That judge should be removed. It's a contract like anything else. You don't have to like it. Yeah, exactly. Another activist judge who doesn't care about the law. Batty Commander in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Yep, we're already starting to burn people's smart devices down. You hear him? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, son. What up, what up, what up? Yeah, I don't know where everybody's at today, brother. Only three in the MGTOW house. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll give it till the top of the hour. If nobody else shows up, we'll just go ahead and call it. So we'll see what's going on here this afternoon. All right, we got that video out of the way. Let's take a look at something else, shall we? Give me just a second to get this set up here. If my stupid internet would cooperate. Come on. I guarantee. Yeah, I guarantee I lost it after I played that. Come on. Come on. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. Just come on. Internet. Well, looks like YouTube is trying their best to do to me what they did to you yesterday, Batty. Yeah, YouTube don't like me streaming on here anymore. Maybe I do need to move over to Rumble Dumble. Good grief. I'm sitting here just a talking and this damn thing kicked me out. Boy, StreamYard does not like content creators. I'm telling you. No one likes YouTube anymore since it just killed streams. Yeah. Yeah, you got yours killed yesterday. Phil got his killed last night. Hell, they're already giving me problems today. So, yeah, you're seeing it in real time, kicking me out and all that good stuff. Shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, let's get into this video here. We'll see if this will play for you. YouTube doesn't like me streaming today for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Come on, come on. All right, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get this off the ground. Yeah. Apparently, YouTube's not putting out the stream signal either because a lot of people ain't got the word that the stream's out too. So maybe they are throttling this channel hard too, like everybody else's. Man, probably nobody got the word that we're streaming today. So I don't know. It never fails, man. This platform never ceases to amaze me at how low they're willing to go. You know, the tricks they're willing to pull out of their bags just to keep channels like mine and Baddies and Phil's and everybody else's down, man. You know, Mr. Outlaw, you're just so damn hateful and racist and misogynist. Come on, man. MGTOW TV. I need to look into going over to MGTOW TV. And seeing if MGTOW.tv would be worth investing in my time. You guys seem to think it's a good spot, so I'll take your word for it.
Is a perfect height on a guy?
6'3" is really, really hot.
6'4", at least 6 foot.
6'5".
Actually 6 foot.
Definitely 6'2".
6'3" is good.
6'2", 6'3".
At least 6 foot. 6 foot. 6'1".
He's a 7, but he's rich. What's his new rating?
Do any of you here know where that 6 foot tall thing comes from? Have you ever thought, I said it, I gotta play it now. Hold on. I owe you one. Put it up here. Yeah, have you ever thought about where that 6'3", 6'2", all that comes from? By their own nature, they like somebody bigger than them. That makes them feel safe and protected when somebody bigger than them. It's a psychological thing, right? That's where that comes from. They like somebody bigger and taller than them. Usually the man. Yeah, and again, hey, Misanthrope, good to see you coming on in. Good to see all of you coming on in. Now we got 5. Like I said, we'll go to the top of the hour. We'll see if anybody else shows up. If not, I may have to call it because my internet is definitely fucking up today. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's StreamYards. I don't know if it's my equipment. I don't know what the hell's going on. We're going to try to piecemeal this one together.
A 10. 10.
Why a 10?
It's self-explanatory. Well, he can buy me stuff, pay rent, pay bills.
At least 6 figures.
He can at least buy me stuff. He can at least pay rent. He can at least do all these things for me. You know, is that all a relationship is to you, ma'am? They get to buy you stuff. Is that all it is for you? Really? What about the other things? What about the spiritual stuff? What about the emotional stuff the men can give you? Why has it always got to be material? Why does your rent always become more important to you? Is that all you think a man is good for? By the way, MGTOW Phoenix, good to see you, buddy. I saw you come on in here. I know exactly what you want.
Can you quit? Can you quit? There's not a tick on us that can make it fit.
What is going on? What is going on? Good to see you. Good to see you coming on in here this afternoon, Mr. Phoenix. Always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure. Yeah, is that all a relationship is to you, ma'am? Is somebody can buy you things? Somebody can help support your rent payments because they're so damn high? I thought getting a job solved all that. I thought you didn't need men to pay for anything. I thought y'all had it on your own. Apparently not. Apparently not.
100K a year?
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
What were some of the things you were told about?
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to be the one provided for, right? Yeah, because she is selfishly thinking of her own self in that regard. She doesn't want to provide for somebody else and be a caring individual. Man, I'm having a hard time talking today. She wants to be the one waited on hand and foot. That is not a relationship. That is you still being enabled and taken care of like you still live at home. That's not a relationship. Has nothing to do with a relationship. Oh, if you love me, you take care of me. No, that's not quite how that goes. You don't understand what it is. And again, how can you expect children to understand what relationships are in the first place? When their mentality is one of a child, how can you expect mentally sized grown adult children to understand what a relationship is? They don't. They don't. It tracks. Logically, it tracks. They don't understand what one is. Man, the internet is fucking this channel hard today, boy.
Men while growing up.
Don't trust them. Yeah, I agree with that one.
It makes me so happy that so many women are waking up and they're rejecting men.
There is no male loneliness epidemic. It is a loser epidemic.
These are some ways that you can hurt a man's ego.
Apparently, there are women that will send a link to a guy for a very expensive purse, like a $5,000 purse, for him to buy her as a gift before agreeing to go on a date with them.
We are living through a chopped man epidemic.
It's always the ugliest men.
If you're dating a medium ugly man, please make him buy you something. I want to talk.
If he's a medium ugly man, make him buy you something. You want something? Just send the man the bill. He'll pay for it for you. What the hell do you think this is? What do you think you're a community charity case? Like what? Don't fall for this crap, gents. Don't fall for this crap, brothers. Let these people go, man. Let them live in that delusion. Let them find out for themselves. I'm gonna tell you this: life is the greatest teacher. Experience is the greatest teacher a person can have. Once people stop playing your games, once women stop playing your games, yeah, you'll or once you stop playing these women's games. Sorry, I got it backwards. God, I cannot talk today. Once you stop playing these women's games and they learn the hard way, it's going to be a wake-up call for them. Man, I don't know why I can't speak today. Got to slap myself a little bit. Wake up.
Talk about the medium ugly guy epidemic.
6'4" really is the perfect height for a man. And I know that's controversial to say because most men don't make it over 6 foot, but it still don't change the fact that that's the perfect height.
Okay, guys, so let's ask ChatGPT roughly about how many men in the USA are 6'4" or higher. ChatGPT showed me a bunch of equations, and he came to the result that about 0.1% of men exceed 76 inches. That is 6'4" or taller. This is why I tell you guys, I don't care about women's standards. They can have whatever standards they want. I'm just showing you how delusional they are.
Let's pull up the photo that we have of Molly here.
Yeah, that's me.
Let's just rewind, guys. I can bet.
Yeah, you could pretty much see where that one's going. Oh, imagine a little tiny white girl getting beat out by a fucking big black guy. What could be on her mind? When you look at that photo, what comes to mind? What comes in your mind? Get your mind out of the gutters. Yeah, she has sex on the brain. She wants to be straight up. Again, go back to what I said earlier in the stream. The height thing comes from their psyche. They psychologically want to be dominated. That's why they want the size of the men to be so big. Use your imagination. Because it's a psychological protection thing. It's a safety net. It's psychologically satisfying to their safety and security needs and wants. If the guy is the same size as them or smaller, and it works metaphorically too in the job market, women always like those who out earn them. They always like those men who can make more than them, who are smarter than them. It hits that sweet spot in their biology. They get turned on by it. They like it. Why? Their nature dictates it, gentlemen. The big dick, yeah, they want to be pleased. They want to be dominated. They want somebody to take control over them, and like I said, it's in their nature. This common sense. By the way, I got a notification for the stream. I got no notification for the stream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. YouTube must be throttling this stream like it does every single time. She's thinking about Unga de Boonga. Look how small she is. Only one thing on the brain. Getting pleased sexually. Give them nothing. Lockout. They have no clue how disgustingly ugly their souls are. Exactly.
Her parents are so proud, so proud.
If a guy sees that photo, that's going to be like a wrap for 97% of dudes.
At the start of the game, you can choose any shelter you want, but once you pick a spot, there's no turning back. It's upgrade or D. Defense, stealth, resources. Miss one D.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
How tall do you think I am?
Motherfucker, I would knock your ass the fuck out. The fuck you mean these hoes ain't got no manners out here, man? And you wonder why you get treated like a whore, a cunt, a slut? Because you demand your body language, what you act like, demands that you be treated like that. Again, your biology is taking you further than what you originally should be going. I don't know how much more plainer I need to put it, folks. It is crazy to me. You know, you could see their nature playing out in real time. People could see their biology out here playing out in real time. You know what's going on. You are as you present yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Every one of these guys out here can see these women's biology acting out in front of them before their very eyes. They know what's going on. You know what's going on. I know what's going on. The thing is, these women don't want you to catch on. They want to keep that edge over you mentally. They want to treat you like you're still stupid. See, that's why a lot of them say and treat men like they just don't know nothing, like they're above men. That just naturally tracks because of the elevated positions that our culture has put them in job markets and being able to pay taxes and whatnot and go go vote and own property and whatnot. They naturally think they are above you. That's why I use the giantess analogy a lot. Even though I'm a Giants fan, I like to use it from time to time, but it is true. I mean, like I said, biology, psychologically, women like men who are a lot bigger than them. Makes them feel safer, makes them feel more protected. If a woman is the same size as a man, or if she is a lot bigger than a man, it's kind of like, what are you going to be good for? That psychological need, that part in the brain doesn't get satisfied seeing her bigger than him, right? Now, I'm not saying that's every single woman on the face of the planet, but that is most all of them. Yeah, that's just nature. Outlaw likes climbing those mountains with eyeballs. I know another certain little giantess that everybody seems to love. And chibi. All right. Only 8 people in the MGTOW house this afternoon. Yeah, YouTube is doing everything it can to throttle this stream. I bet you anything YouTube has throttled the hell out of this stream. Yeah, Batty, they got you yesterday. Phil, they got you last night. It's yeah. YouTube must be playing around with people's channels this week or this month. Must be about that time of the year where they start throttling back a lot of the truth-telling channels. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Arbitrary Mac, good to see you. Good to see you. Chibi. Yeah, chibi. Now you play it after I gave you a segue to play it at the beginning. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Come on now.
You sound like 6 foot.
No, I'm like 5'8".
All right, well.
80% of men are deemed unattractive by women online, on Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, seeking arrangements, whatever the
top 10% of men on Tinder are getting 63% of the right swipes, and I believe the top 20% were getting it's like something like 78 or 80% of the right swipe.
I feel like every girl says they want a guy that's in touch with their emotions until you get one. And then it's like, well, now we're both crying and the car still isn't parallel parked. It's like, I don't need you to navigate your emotions. I need you to navigate how to park this fucking car.
They're all lying. They want a guy that is in control of his emotions, not that shows how emotional he is.
American men are flying to other countries to find wives, and a lot of women are enraged. But
Yes.
have you asked them why?
Hold on now. Hold on. Why would you feel enraged by that? Where would the enragement come from? You don't own those men. You're not entitled to those men unless you feel like that, unless you think that way. That would prove that you're dead wrong. You don't feel like you're entitled to these men over here, do you? What that's called, gentlemen, is jealousy. That's called jealousy. I don't care how you feel about it personally. I don't care that women are enraged that men are leaving the country and going over there. Now, as a MGTOW, I don't personally, advocate for men to do that, because that's still marrying, cohabitating, and dating women. But if they do it, they'll do it of their own choice. I'm not going to aid them along in that decision. If that's what you want to do it on your own time. But I'm not going to highly encourage you to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because the laws didn't change and women didn't change. You're the only one trying to conform to this bullshit. So that's why I look at it like that. I'm just saying. Adrian Blantz, good to see you, my man. Hope all's well with you. Plus, I literally got censored by a literal YouTube mod for calling Riggs a dirty rigger. Yeah. Yep. Ask Bill last week. They were hiding me on his screen chat. Yeah, they are trying their best, and all it is sending a subliminal message to the rest of the culture that we who are in charge, who have the authority and power to make these people disappear, do not agree, and we don't want this promoted in our algorithms. Yeah, that's whatever. I know you don't look highly about Passport Bros either, but Panama seems like the place to be right now. Well, misanthrope. Look, the if people want to do that, now here's where you've got to kind of understand what I'm saying, and not you, but people in general. If people want to do that, they're going to do that regardless. They're not. They don't care what I have to say about it in the first place anyway, right? They'll do it if they want to or not. I'm just saying, me personally, the only thing I can do is give you validity, give you consent, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to co-sign off on somebody going over there and doing that because it violates our tenet. It directly violates the tenets of MGTOW. And so I can't in good conscience go along with people doing that. But if you do that, you're your free moral agent. You're your own person. Do it if you want to. I can't stop you. I'm not here to stop. Look, I don't own you. We don't own slaves anymore. That is a thing of the past. All I can do is give you some advice. All I can do is speak to you. You either believe me or you don't. But one thing about it, if you go do that, you're taking your life in your own hands. Good luck to you, and I hope it works out for your sake, because you are a man at the end of the day. But if it don't, well, that's kind of why we're doing this. Try to get people off the straight and narrow, to get away from that, get on the straight and narrow, and not fuck with these people. Look, it's not safe for a man to do that. It's just not safe for any man out here to do this. So, Australian 03, good to see you, man. Hope all's well with you. Passport Bros just need to be careful being sex tourists. It's like pulling the wings off a fly. Wait, did you hear Panama made a jailable offense to tell a man a child is his when they aren't? I did not hear that. If you have an article on that, send it to me. Mean Fox, good to see you. Men going their own way has freedom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that's what you want to do, you are your own free moral agent. You can go do as you please. It's up to you what you want to do. But if you choose to do that, and I only speak for me, I don't speak for the rest of the MGTOW men here. I speak for me. I will not co-sign off on it. I will not give validity or consent to it. I'll bid you Godspeed. I hope it works out for you. But hell, especially if you know the laws, if you know how people are, that man, you know what's going to happen. Men can do what they want. I find nudes on OnlyFans to be much, like I said, whatever floats your boat. It ain't up to me to tell you that anyway. So you do that if you want to, but I'm not going to give my social validity and consent to it. That's what you're not going to get from me. Mandatory DNA test at birth, then sign the birth certificate. Yeah, that ought to be common sense. Ought to be common sense, but for a lot of places, they don't want that to be a thing because it loses some people somewhere money. It loses them power, control. It loses them votes, all kinds of things, and much safer. AI is cheaper. They say the same things. He married a foreign woman because he wants a slave. He's human trafficking her, blah, blah. Yeah.
Because a lot of foreign women are still
to these women right here. When a man sidesteps all that she's talking about, in their mind, in women's mind like this, she's losing control over the men she thought she had. It's basically telling her that you never had control over me to begin with, and I had options. It's a reminder to her that she's really not in control like she thinks she is. That's why they don't like it. It's a direct challenge to her power and control she thinks she has over people. Again, if you feel entitled to full-grown adult people, what do you think? Where do you think those feelings come from? Well, if you feel a sense of entitlement, you feel a sense of ownership now, don't you? In my opinion, I'm only speaking for myself. But I see it plain as day with some of these people out here, and she's no different. And we got Honeycomb coming on in here. Good to see you, man. Hope all's well with you. The passport bro thing is pretty much a government honey trap. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It is against the law for men to travel from the U.S. for sex overseas anyway. It's a honey trap. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. All right. We got 13 people in here. I guess the stream's starting to get out to folks now. YouTube must be desperately trying to throttle this message this afternoon. And with your help and love and support, we can get more MGTOW channels and content out there to the culture like never before. But boy, howdy, does this YouTube algorithm hate us. I was working in the yards. Yeah. I know, brother. Some people were telling me earlier when the stream started that they weren't getting notifications. They couldn't get any notifications for this stream. So, Godfather Ramadi, yo, for whose government? I don't know.
Very traditional. They still believe in supporting their men, cooking, being grateful, and putting family first. Meanwhile, American women and a lot of Latin American women think that asking them to be pleasant is somehow oppression.
And when was the last time?
Ma'am, define pleasant. What do you mean pleasant? Define pleasant for us out here. Treat us like we've never heard the word before. Tell us exactly what you mean. What's your definition of the word pleasant? You mean just existing? I don't know. I used to live stream on the Kick app, and let me tell you, if she has a rooster crowing in the backyard, a cup of rice will buy you nudes. I ain't never heard that before. Alvaro, good to see you, man. Brother Ramadi, steel chair. What? I didn't get the notification though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this platform is trying hard to throttle back people who tell the truth on it. Like I said, maybe. Yeah, that was a pretty good one, brother. Maybe I need to go over to Rumble Dumble and MGTOW.tv and some other places because this platform is clearly letting us know that they don't want us. I got to remind you one more time. This is how we feel about YouTube. I've done lost 3 channels now. I done lost 3 channels to this bullshit. And every time I get close to 1,000 subs, they start their bullshit, just like today. This is what I think of YouTube. My mind ain't changed. It's gonna stay that way. Let's get back to the lecture at hand.
Something nice for your girlfriend or wife, and she was actually grateful for it. Now that she said thank you, that she showed you she was grateful for it. Just think about it.
Can you blame people for going where they're being appreciated?
Men used to go to war and now they won't even give the seat on the train. Tell me why, on the basis of the fact that you're a woman, do you need the seat more than a man without using dating preferences, gender stereotypes, or gender roles? I'm waiting because
They can't, ma'am. They just want equality when it serves them. They don't want equality in general.
if I remember correctly,
Ma'am. Let me tell you something here. You listening? You listening? When you women yap, when you open that mouth and you speak, 90% of it is lies. Hardly ever do you ever tell the truth. When you talk about equality, what you're talking about is the equality of outcome, the equity part of it. I want what you get. That's communist speak. That's socialist speak. I want what you got because I don't want to work to the level to get to where you were to get me a piece of that. This culture over here in the U.S. has made it very easy for you to do exactly what men can do. The fact of the matter is, and when you look at our population, when you look at the percentage of women who are fat and overweight, entitled, lazy, and eats all damn day long and does nothing, lives off of a government check of some sort, takes head meds, all that good shit. When you look at exactly what this is, a lot of you are parasites. You're parasites. You want everything handed to you for nothing. And there's most people on this platform won't call you that. I'll call you that. You're a parasite. You're a parasite. You're literally a blood-sucking parasite off this system. A lot of you. Not all of you. Not all of you. A lot of you. Because there are some women that work, even though they don't really work in the places like men do, just putting their body on the line. Enoch Outlaw, leaving the strong, independent queen alone. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Story to women men don't know was a very patriarchal construct built on the fact that women and men weren't equal.
If you're somebody who talks like this naturally, and you think this is like a normal way of speaking, you don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, the bird.
Please stay away from me.
If you're ready for action, purpose, and pay that matches your skills, get locked in. Birmingham PD is where you belong.
Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox with YouTube TV.
Stay back.
Is there anything that women are better than men at that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another example. What?
You're better at everything than men are. Do you see women in the construction fields better than men? Do you see women out here in the garbage trucks in the sewers repairing plumbing better than men? Do you see women taking out the trash better than men? Do you see women cooking better than men? Do you see women able to act in entertainment and play sports better than men? How about music? Huh? No? Some of the best cooks in the world are men, you say? You're going to have to be more specific about what you're talking about. What are you good at specifically? We don't like generalities. Specifics, please. Give us some specifics.
Women are better at cooking.
Actually, the best.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Some of the best cooks in the world are men. If you don't believe me, look at all the shows on social media. Look at all the shows on television, Netflix, wherever they do them. Guy Fieri, Chef Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay. What's that guy that used to say, "I guarantee"? No, I don't think so, ma'am. If women were the best cooks, then where are all these cooks at in the house cooking meals for men? If you're the best cooks in the world, then where are you? Where do I go to find them? Why are most all of you always going to some restaurant where somebody else does all the cooking and somebody else does all the paying? Huh? I thought you were the best cooks in the world. Okay, where are you at? Why? If that's the case, then why is it such a problem for you to get in the kitchen and cook? How goddamn hard is it to put a pot on the stove, put some water in that joker and boil it, and then throw some rice, some noodles, whatever else you got in that motherfucker, and cook? Throw some spices up in that joint and cook. Hell, half the shit you buy off the shelf is instant anyway. That's how you know a lot of them are lazy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I retired from relationships. They are a lot of work. Oh, I guarantee it. I bet it is. Hacksaw. Good to see you, brother. The original Cajun Chef, Justin Wilson. Yeah, that's him. Appreciate you.
Chefs are men.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Raising kids.
Actually, that is not true.
Wrong again, sweetheart. It's a proven fact statistically that men are better parents at raising children than women are. Why? Because of men's natural biology. They have a presence. what you teach them. They're more well. They're problem solvers. You see, you need problem solving in the culture to have a chance at survival, right? You think women are more emotional, more nurturing, more caregiving. That's just in their nature. You understand? They're two halves of a whole. They're half of the equation. Men are the other half. But typically, if you raise a daughter or you raise a son to do problem solving, to be able to protect and provide for themselves, that's pretty good survival skills. That's pretty good survival skills. Now, you can teach a child or children to be more emotional and more nurturing. Not really going to get you far when you're a male in this society. Problem solving, providing, protecting yourself is what's going to help. And when men teach young girls that, yeah, I'm just saying. Turns out when I feed myself to stay alive, it costs less than $35 a week at the grocery store. Hey, yeah, that's pretty good, man. What are you buying? What are you buying like that? That's only $35, or do you buy like bags of rice and beans and stuff at a time and cook like that? Because I've done that before. That's pretty good too.
They found that single fathers do better than single mothers.
True.
Women are more
what?
Think more than men.
More.
No, because if that were the case, you and the other woman around you would have built this culture we're in. No. You're 0 for 3.
Emotional.
All the best philosophers were men.
Honestly, it doesn't matter about the history. I just think women are better.
Yeah, and you're just grossly misinformed too. I get a big carton of eggs, rice, frozen veggies, bread. Hey, that's actually a good list there. Yeah, I need to do that sometime. Me and Pops lives off 2 people. Lettuce, sour cream, milk cereal, salmon steak. I'm telling you, man, that sounds pretty good.
For all the men, I get a lot of comments that say that they haven't dated or they haven't been in a relationship for years and they've given up trying. Listen, if you've given up trying, you will never find a partner. You will never find that person.
Hey. Number one, we're not partners. I'm not your partner. We're not in business together. I'm not in business with you to make a business ship out of what me and you have. Now, you and the state and the local and federal government might be. I'm not. I don't treat relationships, dating, and marriage like a business. Just saying. Electric stove for eggs. I've got a flat plate that I use, a hot flat plate like a griddle that I use that I cook all my food on. That joker is a godsend. I love that little thing. Have to keep the grease trap, changed out regularly because, when I cook burgers and stuff like that, it drains pretty easy in that little grease trap. But yeah, it's man, that little joker will get heat. That joker can get up to 400 degrees. It gets hot pretty fast. I love that thing, man. That's like the best thing I've ever bought for the house. It's really good.
So if you're looking for someone, think to yourself, what do I need to do on a daily basis to get closer to the person that my future partner would appreciate and want? And then work.
Once again, let the internet catch up. Once again, we are not partners. I am not your partner. You're not my partner. You are my wife or you are my girlfriend. You are not anything else. You're not anything else. You're a wife or you're a girlfriend, first and foremost. You're not a partner. Air fryers, yeah, I've got an air fryer, matter of fact. Big old industrial sized air fryer. Man, that thing cooks some good food. I need to clean it out though. It needs a little bit of scrubby scrub.
On that.
Yes, but many men are going MGTOW, going their own way. They don't care about women. They don't care about having a relationship. And I understand them. Some women are not worth it.
and become that person. And then at some point, if you don't give up, I promise you, you will find the right person.
Why is it that dads are always allowed to be like, I'm going through things or I'm struggling right now, so I can't help as much and I can't do this and this, but a mom always has to figure it out?
Because there's something about losers and bums that makes y'all want to reproduce with them, and therefore that's what you get. Y'all reproduce with losers and bums. You don't know how to pick the correct men to reproduce with, which is why y'all all feel like you're stuck in this situation.
Oh, but he was toxic. Yeah, man, but you chose him. And then after you chose him, you chose to have a kid with him. Just think how crazy it is, guys. A kid is the best gift, is the ultimate gift that a woman can give you. It's her highest honor to make you a kid. And they give that to a bum.
Don't get it twisted, though. That woman can't give you a child or children unless the man gives the seed to her first. I'm gonna say it again for good measure, and I know it pisses people off. What good are women in that category if men don't want to get with them? They cannot fulfill their biological functions unless a man and her gets together and the child or children come from it. It's like a car that sits in somebody's yard that never gets driven. It's a yard ornament. Yeah, you're a pretty ornament. You're pretty to look at. Unless you can have children, what good are you? I mean, again, look, how does women out here working every day benefit the average man? What does that benefit me? The only thing you're doing as a woman working in this culture, you're benefiting corporations by making them richer to help get more control and power over everybody else. Thanks. Do you like doing your part to make worthless fiat currency that has no value back behind it? Do you like having that ability? Do you like paying taxes to a system that doesn't let you decide where your tax dollars goes to? Do you like that? Is that what your fake feminist utopia fought for? Do you enjoy the fact that everybody now has to pay taxes and they don't get a say in where it goes? All that money that you get to earn, and when at the end of the week or the month or wherever, when you earn your check, suddenly Big Uncle Sam's got that big uncle hand handed out, like, "Hey, motherfucker, give me some of that bread." Yeah, you like that? Yeah, is that nice? Do you like knowing that men have to do that too? Modern women's have been worthless and useless since the mid '80s. Blicks in the jewels. Blicks in the jewels. You guys got it. You're all on point with it.
To a toxic guy, to whatever, to Chad. And then they expect you to take care of that kid, to step up to the plate, to be a man. Just think how crazy that is.
One of my favorite things about living in Australia, aside from the amazing work-life balance, is the fact that like men don't approach you here. Like I could just be eating by myself at a bar by myself and men literally just do not approach me. It's amazing.
Maybe they don't approach you because of another reason, ma'am. Not the reason that you think.
In my 30 years of life, not one time has a woman approached.
No. Think about what she said there, Manosphere. Think about what she said. The ugly, the unattractive men that she's surrounded by leaves her alone. She doesn't have to worry about them approaching her. You're not wrong in what you said either, but a lot of it has to do with the fact she's glad that the unattractive men, the ones she's already, this is what a lot of you men need to understand. These women sit and observe every single man that ever goes in front of her two eyeballs, one eyeball, however many eyeballs she's got. She is judging, sizing you up and down every single time a man comes within her peripheral vision. You have already been sized up and down. You have already been determined whether she's attracted to you or not within the first few seconds. Now, how do you know that she's attracted to you or not unless she tells you verbally. I've already told people I don't play games. I don't want to guess. I don't know you. We're complete strangers to one another. Most people. I don't have time for that. I don't know you. You don't know me. Get straight to the point. We're adults. That's how this works. And unless they do that, unless they're willing to come off that pride and ego, it remains a mystery unless you say hi to them. Ew, get away from me, motherfucker. Okay, rude ass bitch. So, like I told you, that's non-negotiable. I don't play games. I don't sit there and try to guess what women are thinking. I don't give a fuck what women are thinking. You either tell me what you're thinking or, you know. And why do I say that? Look how dangerous it is in the modern day and age to be a man. You say the wrong thing to her, you catch her on a bad day, you don't know her, and you say something that gets under her skin, you're catching charges. Now, who has the money to be able to afford that? Can nobody afford to go to jail in this modern economy? Except maybe hobos. Better situation in jail than they got out here in the streets. Now, you know that's bad. That's bad.
Approached me, and I realized why. Because they're intimidated.
Boom.
I'm so attractive and so high value, they got cold feet and could not for the life of them figure out a way to approach me.
That's how many women think. That's how they actually think.
And by golly, I don't blame them. Because sometimes I look in the mirror and I see myself, I'm so high status, I'm afraid to approach myself at night with lotion and tissues. I might even reject.
This dude reeks simp energy. This guy right here literally reeks simp energy. Have I told you lately how much I hate Chad and Tyrone bros? No, I ain't got no use for you. I don't like those types of people. They're too full of themselves.
Myself. So I sympathize with them. And you know what? Every night I go home and I reject myself. So guys, if you're out there listening to this, just know that if women don't approach you, it's simply because you are too attractive.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your
Honeycomb, a part of me, yeah. A part of me would like to believe that that's a skit, and it probably is. It probably is, but I think that there are people out here walking around that think like that. Because that way of saying that stuff don't come out of thin air. That particular thing, that could have been a skit. Yeah. Yeah. Good to see you, Mr. Hikami. That guy is gay.
When men make money, their pool gets bigger. When women make money, your pool gets smaller. You know, a man that's like very wealthy has their own business. I've asked them, like, there'd be like a pretty waiter that comes to the table. I'm like, would you date her? Like, and they're like, yeah, I would date the waiter. It's a natural thing for a man to take care and provide. I also want someone that's has these goals and are taking care of themselves and can teach me something because I'm focusing on, you know, business and success and financials, which is a masculine quality.
And they find Chad that is a millionaire, and Chad only sleeps with them and then ghosts them. And they wonder, why didn't he want a relationship with me? Because I'm a strong, independent boss bee that makes a lot of money and has my own house. Why didn't he want to stay with me? Because you don't have any feminine qualities. Because you're not submissive. Because you're very masculine. Because you're very argumentative. Guys don't want to be with women like you, no matter how much money you have. But if I say that, it's because I'm a misogynist, of course.
Look, no man who is, hold on, let the internet catch up. Come on, YouTube. Come on, StreamYard. No man who is normal wants to date somebody that acts like another man. And I'm telling you that straight from the red pill gospel uncut truth. That is exactly why no man in his right mind who is normal, who has morals, that's why we don't want women like you. Why do I want somebody like you? When you get a taste of the work life and you think that you're just so successful and you can do this, you think you're better than everybody. Nobody wants that. What's keeping you from thinking that you're better than me? And it's not an ego thing, really, but no man wants competition. What if I told you guys? Go back to that analogy I gave you a few weeks ago. You will never see two lions coexist in the same relationship. You will never see two dominant be in the same, even in the gay community. You've always got one dominant acting and one submissive acting. The dominant acting one usually dresses like who? Men. Butch Dyke haircuts, more masculine looking clothing. They always take on the attitudes of men because they're trying to be men. And then you've always got the one and the other that acts more feminine, more submissive. Again, it's all this comes down to a woman rejecting who she is and rejecting her biology, rejecting what she is and what she does in every single thing. She can't handle that. She can't accept that. She wants to do something different. She'll never be able to outrun her biology. That body of hers, those titties, that vagina, that is a reminder to her of who she is and what she was born to do. And I didn't say that. That's just what you are. That's what your body was designed to do. Men didn't design your bodies. You didn't design men bodies. Just is what it is, homie. Yeah, Mean Fox, that's a really good point. When men propose, it's, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And so then you start to get smaller and smaller pools. And then there's also not as many men that feel comfortable dating a woman that's very successful, because then it brings up an insecurity within themselves that they.
No, ma'am, it's not about because of insecurities. It's because you're very argumentative. It's because you're very masculine. It's because you're very competitive. It's because you think you know better. We don't want to compete with you. We want a submissive wife. You're not submissive.
Because as I just got done telling you, ma'am, it throws off the balance of your biology. You wanting to be successful and be a masculine acting individual, that throws off the dynamics. That throws off the flow of your biology. You're supposed to have one dominant and one submissive. Not two dominants, not two submissives, one dominant and one submissive. And when both of you are trying to grasp, putting your fist on top of each other, trying to grasp to the top of the straw to try to outdo one another, to be the dominant one in the relationship, that is never going to work. What happens when two male lions coexist next to each other? Especially when there's women lions involved. What happens? What happens? Come on. Come on. Come on. They fight. They fight. The law of the jungle, you cannot have multiple leaders. You cannot have multiple dominant lions. They will fight. One will kill the other. It is the law. It is the law of the jungle. It is the law of the land. Human beings are no different. Look at how women and men act. We're not meant to be sharing people like fucking Pokemon cards. That's why people clearly don't like being cheated on, no matter if you're male or female. They don't like being replaced. They don't like being cheated on. That tells you very plainly and very loudly, very clearly that men and women do not, that we are not meant to be in a multiple set of relationships with multiple people. Because marriage is a very sacred institution that was destroyed by the state. It is the law of our land. Men and other men will not coexist peacefully in the same house. It will not happen. Now, what happens when you get two feminist lesbians in the same house? They're both trying to be dominant. Why do you think the violence rate is so high in women relationships? Hell, why do you think a lot of the domestic violence in this country is from women? Why do you think the Duluth model is in place as we speak? Just saying. These women are smart enough to know that they like the benefits of masculinity, of dominance. They know, they're smart enough to know they like those things and want those benefits, but they don't understand that they're just not biologically hardwired for it. Their biology, their nature, their very body rejects it. And that's why they're so damn confused. That's why they're on head meds. Folks, that's why they constantly bitch and complain. They're never happy. They're constantly looking for the next fix. That's why. Because they refuse, spiritually, they refuse to retain God in their knowledge, but they also refuse to become submissive. Their pride, their ego will not allow it. They just can't be that. They don't want to be that. They don't like what life has given them. They're ungrateful. Hell, who used to say it? Even God gave them everything to start with, and women wanted to change every bit of it. Their breasts were too small or they were too big, so they changed it. Just saying.
Because if you're successful in your business, you develop certain masculine traits.
They can't, you don't need them to provide.
Women 18 to 34 have political opinions that are way off center compared to everyone else. Plus, they're dreadfully miserable.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And it don't matter what anybody says. The average tax-paying man didn't allow this. You and me didn't allow for these women to go to the jobs to be able to learn these masculine traits. You didn't vote for it. Well, some of the simp people out here might have, but we're talking about more modern simp people. The average tax-paying man, because again, your vote clearly, this is my humble opinion, your vote clearly don't matter. Therefore, you and me, even if we had went to a voting booth and voted for this, it still wouldn't have mattered. They would have allowed this to happen regardless, telling you that we're not in charge. The average man is not in charge. And if women will not listen to the average tax-paying man, if men, the average tax-paying man in this culture, you and me, has no authority over these women, but they will listen to bosses, they'll listen to anybody on social media, they'll listen to the president, they'll listen to congressmen, they'll listen to the government, judges, lawyers, then that tells you plainly, loudly, and clearly who has the authority in this culture. Why? Because they voted your authority away from you in the household. They took your authority in the household away from you. How? Providing them the exact things that they're, programmed and propagandized to want. Resources. Why do I say that all the time? Because when women sits there and shows you that all they want is something financial, something resourceful, something materialistic, they've been trained to want that. And it's never enough. It's never enough. Johns gets arrested for soliciting prostitution, but girls run their Tinder account like it's a business. Yeah. Yeah, because sex sells. Sex sells. Always has, always will. Sex always has sold, no matter how long humanity has been in existence. It sells. It sells products, goods, services, people, places, things, ideas. It always has and always will, as long as it's enabled to. I, as a tax-paying individual, did not vote for women to have the ability to go work. I did not vote for them to have any of these benefits or privileges. And I know you guys didn't either. Yet I, for some reason, are complained to when they can't get their way. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I got nothing to do with it, motherfuckers. Why am I on the hook? I don't know. For another time.
Well, they get 80% of their news from TikTok, and TikTok is a bot farm fundamentally.
Yeah.
And the algorithms are designed to produce exactly the kind of upsetting pathology that characterizes female voters between the ages of 18 to 34.
Well, I mean, this is why woke is so female coded. Everybody kind of wonders, what in the world is critical race theory? Why is it so female coded? It's because every bit of what we call woke on the left passed through feminism to mainstream. So it was all built off of pathological women trying to.
It seems so stupid to me, guys, when I get a lot of comments from guys on the left saying that I should stop being political. They just want to see.
How many times have I told you, good people here, that feminism is political? How many times have I told y'all that? It's a political movement. It's a political ideology. I don't call it ideology. I call it ideology because it's idiocy. And they always do what? What is the nature of politics, friends? All of you throwing threes in the chats. I'm fixing to give you the cutaway. What do people always want in politics? What is the end goal of every political thing? More control, more power, more resources, more finances. From who? From who? Psst. Who does all the heavy lifting? Who does all the manual labor in our culture? Who pays taxes whether they want to or not? Who funds it? You. And now, I'm going to give you exactly what you voted for. Go ahead, sir. Tell us what we already know.
Videos about women and what's happening with women and feminism. They don't even realize that voting for the left is voting for feminism. They don't even realize that because of the left, you have women that have so high standards. You have women that are so delusional. It's because of the left. That's why women act this way. It's because of you. I don't want to be political, but feminism.
Hold on, Mr. Manosphere. Hold on. No, it ain't just the left. It ain't just the left, sir. It's the right too. The right wing side of things have been bought and paid for too, just like the left wing has. We need to evolve. We need to progress our thinking just a little bit here. No, I didn't say progressive. I didn't say become a progressive libtard. If one political party is doing it, The other side is also doing it. But here's the thing. They're both bought and paid for by the same lobbyists that come from the exact same corporations, because all of it is damn near monolithic in the first place. All these corporations, every single products, goods, and services are damn near under a monolithic umbrella somewhere. All of these corporations are and lobbyists are lobbying to the same people on both sides. When those cameras, and you can ask Big Angry Phil in the chat here, because he works in the industry, when those cameras turn off, every single one of those chuckleheads up in the White House are all buddies with each other. They go out drinking, they go out partying, toting the male son, whatever they want to do. They are all in bed. They are all complacent in the bullshit, because both parties have sold America out. The real patriots of this country, the real people. I don't trust the right and I don't trust the left. I don't trust either side. I don't vote for either side. I don't vote. You have no right to complain. You have no right to complain. Did voting ever solve our issues in this country, or did strong men taking up arms against foreign domestic threats solve a lot of our problems? Voting don't get you nowhere unless the economy's voting system is fair and balanced. It don't get you nowhere. This ain't a healthy, organic competition against the left versus right. This is an all-out bloodbath war. Both sides wants each other dead. Have y'all not figured that out yet? This has nothing to do with being a classical Republican or a classical Democrat. Both sides are full of parasites wanting the other side dead. And the people out here gets caught up in the riffraff taking sides like a football game. That's why I call it infotainment. Because it is an infotainment football game happening up in the White House. One side gets in office, aka getting the ball, and then they pass the ball. The other side gets the ball, and they're in control of the game for a little bit. It's a game. As George Carlin famously put it, it's a club. You ain't in it. You're an outsider looking in at the circus known as the White House. It's all it's ever been. It's all it's ever been. Don't care. Look, I don't care who goes in the Oval Office in the next 2 years. They're going to be a paid establishment shield, just like Trump, just like Obama, just like Biden, just like George H.W., just like Bill Clinton, just like all of them. It's not just a left issue. Yes, they're more violent and more vocal about their bullshit than the right is, but make no mistake, they're both complacent. They're both complacent. All man.
Them happened because of the left.
Figure out how to pathologize young women to join their club.
Ooh, let's talk about 4B. But first, 80% of men are not narcissists. You might be confusing that with the statistic that between 50 to 75% of people diagnosed with NPD are men, in the same way that 75% of people diagnosed with BPD are women. But that does not mean that, 80% would be like you go about your everyday life and 8 out of 10 men that you encounter are narcissists.
Play solo, after work, at your own pace, no stress. World of Warships is naval combat without pressure. You command.
Yeah, but they never stop to actually research if a study they heard is correct. They just hear something on social media and they repeat it in every video.
I promise that's not what's happening. As for 4B, it is like the mirror image to men going their own way, right? MGTOW or Red Pill. And what I find interesting.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because MGTOW is not a movement, number one. MGTOW is men simply choosing to chase their goals, dreams, and ambitions apart from women. they've decided to permanently walk away from women. That's not a movement. There's no political leaders. We don't have leaders here. I don't take orders from anybody. I live my life how I want to and I see fit. So do you if you call yourself a MGTOW. 4B is a bunch of narcissistic asshole women that still want to date and cohabitate with men. They just want them on their terms and conditions, and they're throwing an insecure temper tantrum about how they can't get men. But the difference is MGTOW men have walked away for good. They don't come back. They're not going to come back. Plus, they're a movement. We're not. I'm not a movement. I'm not trying to start a political movement. I don't want power and control. I'm not trying to do anything. Sorry. Yeah, American voters really are. Yeah, they are. They are meme fox. People over here are huge idiots. Both sides think that their side is the moral superior one. It's disgusting.
About this is that I think it's right. I totally understand why men are opting out and women are opting out, because historically, our relationships have been transactional. No. Women are not opting out. No, here's the big difference. Women are not opting out by choice. They're opting out because of desperation. They're coping. Men are opting out by choice. Women are not. Why do I say this? Take a look at your nearest TikTok section and you tell me, who are they complaining to? What are they complaining about? Are they complaining, wanting to hear themselves talk? Are they complaining to other women about what the other women is on board with and already knows what they're doing? No, they're complaining to you men. They're hoping the right Chad and Tyrone bro that they're attracted to hears it and takes pity on them and marries them up and gives them everything they ever wanted. You ordered coping and seething. Let me give you that.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
I always love to piss off those people. Now I would be lying to you. That's my neighbor driving a clapped out V6 Mustang with an exhaust tip. Now I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't have fun trolling people on the left. I do. Sometimes I'll troll people on the right too. I'm talking about the really retarded ones. Not people with common sense. I'm talking about the real retarded ones. You know what I'm talking about? The people that can't see the forest for the trees. They can't understand that their party is just as big a problem as the left is, because they're so blinded by thinking that politics is the gospel truth. No thinking for yourself. What did I tell you guys in yesterday's stream? Meme Fox, you weren't here yesterday. So I'm going to tell you why you're here. When you watch propaganda on television, it is designed to tell you what to think. It don't give you the option to decode it for yourself, to think about it, to interpret it, and then, you know, it can mean multiple things. No, they're telling you exactly what they want you to think and know about it. You don't get a choice. You don't get a choice. They tell you what things are. That's why they get so pissed off when people on the left goes against the narrative, or people on the right goes against their narrative, because people don't like to think. They're uncomfortable with having to use their brains on both sides. I'm just saying. Let's get back to her.
The relationship between men and women has always come from a place of scarcity and need, because
And because of feminism, women don't need men anymore. So why would I be in a relationship with a woman that tells me to my face she doesn't need me? Why do I want to be in a relationship with a woman like that? I want a woman to need me.
Historically, we have not been able to provide everything we needed for ourselves.
Hold on. Therein lies the crux of the entire argument right there. And this is the whole thing about what I've been saying the entire time. When women can go out there and do the exact same things men can do, when they can pay taxes, when they can earn property, when they can vote, drive automobiles, they don't need men's signatures no more. You're no longer needed, sir. If a woman can do all these things for herself, your need to be there, your need to be needed no longer happens because she's able to have that all for herself. And that was enabled by people that went over your head before you were ever born and put it into law because it was lobbied for. You know, more of that neat old government bureaucracy that nobody knows who and what's doing what, but yet the results come out of the woodworks after it gets signed into law magically at 11:59 at night. Women used to need men. They used to rely on men before the culture was flipped on its head. And now you're not needed like you used to be. But what did I tell you? What did I tell all of you? Your biology didn't change just because the laws changed. Her biology and your biology to need to procreate and to have each other never changed and won't never change. That need, that urge will always be there. The laws changed around it. People with positions of power and authority to make things happen changed around it. And it was done away from the open eyes of the public because a lot of it was done in closed doors because people were paid for some very scandalous reasons. Probably a lot of things that happened. Probably a lot of law breaking. Who knows? When that's all women want is the resources and the finances, they pretty much don't need men. Because society has deemed it, because they've given them the ability. The corporations, the banks, all of them, they've given women the ability. Now, go back to what I said earlier. If the average tax-paying man, you and me, don't have the authority over these women anymore, they don't listen to you, they don't take you serious, they can do everything you can do apparently, but they do respect authority coming from the boss, the lawyers, the judges, the government, the presidente, the pastor, the doctor. Well, then that just tells you where the authority in our culture lies then now, doesn't it? What did I tell you? Women naturally follow authority. They naturally, biologically are hardwired to follow authority. Because they're not leaders. Their biology does not dictate leadership. It dictates submissiveness. Meaning, that's why we tell the culture we don't want women in positions of power and authority. Because you're always going to take orders from others besides yourself. Meaning, you're not going to have original thought. I said it again. And I got to give you another one. Good to have everybody here. Nearly 15 minutes to the top of the hour. 16 good people here listening. We doubled originally what we started out with. And every one of you has been saying the exact same thing, that YouTube didn't give you a notification. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. We're in their backyard. We're playing with their toys. We're talking shit about them. Naturally and logically, they're fixing to have a problem with you. And they do. They do have a problem with people like me and Hammerhand and Chronic. Anybody that tells the truth on this platform, whoever. Sandman, Thinking Ape, Barbarossa Spatsnaz, right? Any of them. They don't like you. They do not like you.
Men couldn't do it and women couldn't do it. So men looking to women for emotional labor, for zigs, for things of that nature. Women looking to men for financial stability, right? And it was a trade.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not even trying to be an asshole at all right now by saying this. I personally have never come across a drop dead gorgeous man, like someone who you're just like, oh, damn, he is fine, that doesn't open their mouth and talk and immediately I get the ick.
Okay, ma'am. And why do you?
Because you know what's funny about that? We get the same exact response from you. I do that exactly thing to you. Men get that same feeling when attractive women speak too.
Think that is because he relied just on his looks. He didn't have to develop a personality. It's exactly the same with women. The hotter they are, usually, the less of a personality they have. Why? Because they rely their entire life on looks. Just looks alone. They didn't have to develop any personality at all.
They're either just like not well spoken, they're straight up fucking dumb, or arrogant. Every gorgeous guy
Why do they need to educate themselves? Why do they need to learn new things? When they rely just on their looks, it's the same with women and it's the same with guys.
I've met has had a really shitty personality. I really wish I could find a gorgeous, like, fine man who was so emotionally intelligent, who was well spoken, who had a good personality.
I'm sure they're out there, man. Not every guy that is very good looking doesn't have a personality. But I can tell you something for sure. They're not looking for a woman that makes TikTok videos. They're not on TikTok, ma'am. So keep making TikTok videos and I will make another video on you in about 10 years because you will be still single, ma'am.
Personality, who wasn't so full of himself. Where are the gorgeous men at that have a fucking brain?
Not on.
They're making money, ma'am. They're making money. If that type of man even exists, again, you need to define for us what you mean by gorgeous. Looking at you, I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and tell it's the cookie cutter, Chad and Tyrone. The guy that's always in the commercials or in the movies, or has the planes or has the cars or has the money, takes people out to dinner just to buy them drinks and shit, just to flex. Those types of people. Yeah, those types of people, the entrepreneurs. How many times are we going to tell you women? Those types of men do not commit to women because they always have options. Because there's always moronic women like you willing to stand in line and give them pussy and hope that they pay for some bills or whatever, just to be seen with that guy. Make no mistake, you're not the prize. In today's modern economy, sadly, neither is the man, because when the government can provide everything that the woman wants, the government is the prize in the relationship today. I know some MGTOW men don't want to hear that, but we got to face facts. Men are not the prize. The government is, because the government took your place. The government took your role. The government become the big daddy, pimp daddy government to these women. What else you want me to tell you? That's exactly what they did. And they didn't just ask you politely to step out of the way so they could dance with you, woman. They shoved you out of the way, bureaucracy like. They literally moved you out of the way financially, politically, every bit of it. They forced you out of the way. That's why none of you understands why you've been replaced with a government check, because they forced you out of the way without your consent, your knowledge. You were pushed out of the way. And the women recognized that they started having the authority in the household. When it became dangerous for men to correct their children and their adult grown wife child too, that was the first sign that the government had taken control of your entire place. When you could no longer talk to your bros in the safety of your own home, in your garage, in your living room, and talk about whatever the fuck you wanted to talk about without offending someone. Yeah, the government stepped in and took the authority out of your hands. Now it's getting to the point to where you can't shoot fucking goddamn fireworks out of your driveway anymore. The neighborhood Karen with a scruffy dog that's going to have PTSD war flashbacks from Vietnam smoking cigarettes is shaking to death on the couch the size of a fucking Taco Bell taco. And because she doesn't want that little puppy dog to be upset, you're going to lose your ability to shoot fireworks because she's going to go straight to the HOA and straight to the government and call her city congressman and councilman to get fireworks banned, motherfucker. When did the U.S. turn into a fucking communist country? A slow change over time. Fucking horses out here shaking to death because of damn fireworks scaring the fuck out of them. And I had to hold them all night because I didn't want my puppy dog to have PTS fucking day. My puppy dog served in Vietnam. He went over there and killed a bunch of the Viet Congs. And he came back and was shaking like a motherfucker. He sits there and drinks all day sitting on the couch. And I have to hold him when them fireworks come in there, boy. We're almost there, gentle meows. We're almost there.
TikTok. And the fact that you don't realize that they're not on TikTok and they're not watching your video just shows me that you also don't have a brain.
Please, alert panel and pass level 67.
Total fluke. You're going to get completely wrecked.
Equip Mac. Boom, level 999.
I'm wiping the whole space clean.
No.
So as you may remember, I came out as bisexual last year. And since then, I have been dating.
Let me tell you something right now. There is no such thing as a bisexual individual. You're just gay. You're just fucking gay. You like taking it from both males and females. You're just gay. There's not a separate term for it. You're just gay. If you're taking sex, which really all it is dildos up your asshole from women, you're just gay. Hey, Bingus. Hood Hobbies. What's up with you? What's up? Hope all's well with you, Batty Commander, all of you good people. Coming on in the house. America ended in 08, but was on its way by the year 01. Yeah. Australian wants to see Chibi. Yeah. I'll give you a Chibi. Oh, that sweet, adorable, cute little chibi. Super gay, bro. Riggs, Smelling something funkified?
You got this whole damn place stinking up like shit.
Oh no. Say it ain't so. That smell. That smelly smell.
Dating women. And what I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men. Let me explain. Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way. This is relevant because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice. I was also a little taken aback that she didn't even say thank you. And I never heard from her again. It really
Yeah, it's the same exact thing that happens to lots of.
Yes. And that is just one instance of what men goes through with women. Come on, tell us what's next. What's next? She gave you the old slipperoo, went out to the car and drove off type deal. Is that what happened? Ma'am, your tits are out. Yeah. Yeah. What is she advertising? Oh my God, my titties are out.
Lots of men, and men are fed up with being used by women just to get a free lunch or dinner. That's why many men don't want to go on a first date at a restaurant, especially at an expensive restaurant.
really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I sound like all of my guy friends right now.
No one wanted to date me.
Well, wonders never cease. You mean you had a moment of clarity. You had a moment of self-awareness, did you? Is there hope for them yet? I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you for calling.
Use a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. Use a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, rock with me, Robin.
Why, Phoenix, you read my mind, sir. I think we need to hear a good word from a pimp named Slickback. Where the fuck is that at? Come on now. Did they take my pimp's prayer? There it is. We need to pray for the soul of this bitch.
Let us pray the pimp's prayer. Lord, please pray for the soul of this bitch and guide my pimp hand and make it strong, Lord, so that she might learn a hole's place. Amen. Amen. Yeah.
I felt the sense get slapped into her. I heard them little marbles in her head clang, clang, clanging around against that empty skull cap. Oh my God. She needs the exorcism.
Because they didn't want to be with a woman that sexual expression part was not for them. It was like shared with the world. So like guys, when I would try to date, when I was dating or who I was engaged at the time, that didn't work out because I was sharing a part of myself that men wanted to be saved for them only. And the fact that I would, pose nude or dance in very little clothes or show my body was making them feel like I was taking something away that was meant to be for them.
Who would have?
Who the fuck would you be advertising for if you're in a relationship? Your head clearly is empty, full of a sack full of marbles in there rolling around, clanking together. The sound of a V6 going up the hill next to my house. Ma'am, Miley Cyrus, because that's Miley Cyrus. That's Billy Ray Cyrus's, whatever you want to call it. Who are you advertising for if not your husband? If you're married, if you're in a relationship, who else are you going to advertise for? Why are you advertising is the bigger question. Is he not enough for you? Is your ego too big that you don't want to, just share the moments with him and him alone? Does the entire world need to see your nipples? Why is that important to you? Why is that a priority to you? Why do you feel the need to show the entire world what you are? Unless that whore nature is coming out of you. And when I say coming, I don't just mean coming as in you know what I mean. You all know what I mean.
Thought that showing yourself naked on the internet would have repercussions, because women always think they can do whatever they want without any repercussions. Well, even her, a celebrity, as you can see, she found out that there are certain repercussions.
So I would have really hard times dating. And it was really hard. It was really hard for me to go home and see my dad and like look him in the eyes and not feel super embarrassed. Same thing. My grandmother was like my grandmother is my best friend. She's dead, but she's still my best friend. And I was like, oh God, this is going to kill her.
I've been living in Dubai for the last 13 years, meet a lot of Western men. Over this last decade, I've seen more and more American men here in Dubai with foreign wives. Women from Indonesia, from the Philippines, from Thailand, from Russia, from Ukraine. And I'm talking about your educated men, your school teachers, your engineers, your software technicians, all of those professions where you get a good, solid, middle class, upper middle class man. And everyone have said the same thing. When I asked them this question, why did you choose this wife? 99.9% of them have said, I just cannot take Western women anymore.
Yeah.
They just want women that are agreeable, who are fit, they're friendly, they're not overweight. And I'm not just talking about black men, middle class white guys as well, So you modern women in America, you guys got to be aware that there's an incredible competition for your men. I'm just saying.
They don't care.
Well, hold on. Before I put this link out to you, number one, we don't belong to these women. Now, I get the sentiment. I know what he was talking about. Don't get me wrong. But we don't belong to these women. Clearly. By every stretch of the imagination, even to feminism, we don't belong to these women. They don't want us. They don't find us attractive. Therefore, they're not our women. We don't own them, clearly. So, yeah, they're not our women. These women are on their own. These women are on their own. Men here in the culture that sees this, okay, you can do what you want. I mean, what does me telling you can do what you want mean to you anyway? I mean, you're going to do it regardless. So it's like, just let them be. Just leave them alone, gents. Let them be. Let these women be. Oh, I think I hear something. I think I hear the sound. And with that sound, that means we are at the end of this one. Let me put the link out to you. And we're going to patiently wait for these guys to get up on panel. I'm going to wait for you to come up here and say your piece. Give people a piece of your mind. Tell us about your peace of mind, being single. Whatever you want to talk about is fine with me. Started this one out. This stream was a little bit rough getting started, trying to get it off the ground. And here we are 2 hours later worth of material. And, honestly, I thought we were going to be No, you're not getting a third one. Maybe. I honestly thought that this was going to be an hour-long stream, but apparently YouTube proved me wrong. The guys wanted to come in here and watch, so we were able to get people in the stream watching all that. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, dog?
Oh, nothing much. Just taking some more of these idiots to task.
I see that you changed the fonting of the letters.
Which letters? Which you talking about?
The ones under you on the left lower corner.
Left lower corner. Talking about my name tag on the picture?
Yeah, everybody else's name tag as well.
Unless StreamYards did that. Unless StreamYards did that without my permission, I didn't do that.
No, okay.
Ramadi?
Yeah.
What say you, good sir?
I've watched that. I've watched that guy's been around for a while. No, I mean he's not really saying anything new. It was funny though, that chick, again, if that was even legitimate, because I mean now anymore, man, you can't tell, what's the legitimate video or what's satire anymore, hardly. Talking about, oh well, I got sick of dating men, so I decided that I woke up one morning and decided that I was bisexual, and I went out on a date with a woman, and to my shock and horror, she didn't. Not only was she not grateful or appreciative, she didn't even offer to pay. It's like, well, Jesus Christ, somebody get that chick a fucking dick and a set of balls so she can fucking, live like a man and experience what it's like to be a man walking around.
You know what, Ramadi? I do you one better. Instead of giving her some dick and balls, how about just give her the steel chair?
Well, we're on YouTube,
We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube.
Yeah,
so no,
I can't give her the steel chair.
Oh
but-
yeah. I got you.
I get hosed on that.
I can give her this.
The lips are missing. You've hit the wall. There's no more kissing, and you're depressed, overstressed. In your bed, you know the rest. No more X, no more X. Empty egg carton, no more sex. You're all alone on your phone. You can't sleep on your bed.
I cry every time I look at the poor pussycat needing that bed, making biscuits.
Oh, he needs catnip and shit.
Oh, or like the clip of the chick talking about, the whole 4B thing. Yeah, I remember when Trump got elected the second time. You had all these, short, blue-haired, faces full of metal, hairy ass armpits, overweight, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, saying, "Oh, well, we're swearing off we're swearing off sex from men." I was like, really? Like, really? Is that really the card you want to play, because you can't attract the men that you want or even the men that you don't want, and then so this is your justification for it, because well, as long as Trump's president, we're swearing off stuff. I was like, ain't no fucking skin off my ass.
Plus, they say this shit, but let's be honest. For the three of us and to the chat, they're not serious about their conflictions. Because at the moment they see a man they find attractive, all bets are off.
Yeah, it's all performative. It's all performative. It's all bullshit. You can't take anything these fucking nitwits say seriously.
Me have to take a she.
Well, that's like the chick that was making the video in her car, but you could only see her from the neck up, right? And bitching about how all the attractive men that she's dated are all dumbasses. You're the one that keeps going out with them. Or what's your definition of a dumbass, lady?
Well, that's just it. I mean, unless they tell you up front, you don't know. It's a guessing game. I don't play games. I'm not in the mood to try to guess what they're thinking. I don't care.
You know, because he goes on a date and he doesn't want to talk about international politics, or I mean, I don't know. The theory of relativity, or I mean whatever. You know, he just wants to hang out and have a good time and relax. Oh, he's a dumbass.
Pussy on bed means you ain't getting head.
Shit.
Phoenix out here telling jokey jokes. Of course, the chat doesn't. Huh?
But then I think, what'd you say, Akami?
I said that's his specialty.
Yeah, but I think that chick that made that clip, the video and the clip in the car that guy showed.
You're all over.
Again, 'cause like I said, you could only see her from the neck up, and I'm sure there were filters. You know, I'm not even going to try to guess on what percentage of that was her like actual face, but yeah, I'm sure she was hiding something. You know, because if she was all that in a fucking bag of chips, she wouldn't be making that fucking video in her goddamn car.
Yeah, I wouldn't be complaining about it.
If she was out there, you know, trying to attract men, she'd be fucking thirst trapping them.
Yep.
Now, I will say, in that respect, men are stupid.
We have our dumb.
Because we're visual creatures.
Yep.
A lot of men around here. A lot of men around here did some dumb things in their life, and those dumb things made them realize that if you stray on this path for too fucking long, you are not gonna get anywhere. So you gotta wise up. See the snares, traps all around the world, is what my good friend Line of MGTOW would say.
Well, again, that's why I don't give any. And again, just my opinion, and me and Outlaw pretty much share the same opinion. Is the whole passport bro thing? Is like, dude, we're at a point in human history where feminism is not just the cancer of feminism is not just regulated to Western countries. It's gone global. So you think you're going to go to these Asian countries, or you're going to go to these South American countries, and
don't do it to yourself. You're gonna get fucked.
You're gonna just find the woman of your dreams. Yeah, that might work for a little bit, and you might be able to make a few videos and be like, ha ha, but again, like what, because then like, what if you got to take on her family? Some of those cultures, that's just how it is. You take on her entire fucking family.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What if she's one way when the camera's on, and then she's completely different when you're not recording?
Yep.
Because I mean, those women tend to have a fucking temper. If you've ever traveled overseas, you know what I'm talking about. Asian women, some Asian women, and some Latin women tend to can get heated pretty fucking quick.
Agreed.
And not only that, then you got to contend with the local male population that don't like you being there.
They probably are territorial about their women.
Yeah, I've heard stories, man. I've heard stories of like, guys getting led down alleys and just getting rolled or killed, because they were fucking around with the local chicks. No, it was a dude that, I mean, normally it's a dude that's by himself. It's not like a group. It's not like a group of men, but.
Right.
It's just dumb. I mean, But again, it's like we say, you know, either you can control your biology or you can't. And if you can't, that's fine. But just, you know, the whole passport bro thing, it's not a cheat code, man, because it's not really a better option in my opinion.
Give me just a second. Hold on. I'm gonna put a photo up here. We'll do some hobby stuff, and then we'll get ready to end here. I'll show you guys some hobby stuff, man. One piece that I've got. That's about it. So Hood Hobbies and Phoenix and everybody that likes diecast, I'll show you this, and we'll start wrapping up. Story of men's lives, isn't it? Wrap up.
I mean, you gotta wrap your tool, otherwise you'll be a fool.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me show y'all this real quick for my hobby bros. And then we're going to be done. I'm going to move on over to the not Rumble, the VC side. So if you're a car guy, if you're a diecast guy, I'm going to show you this real quick and then we'll be done. I found this at Wally Fart.
Oh, yes. Yes.
To my car
the
guy.
95 NSX RGT.
Pretty slick little piece there. I would have preferred the whole car, the canopy on top, be yellow too, but beggars can't be choosers. So there you go, guys. If you're a diecast fan, I bought that the other day, and I got plenty more where that came from. If you want to see some more diecast, got some coming in the mail in just a few days. So we'll show you that when all that gets here. I got a vintage Budweiser car that's coming in the mail, so that'll be pretty cool. I don't drink alcohol, but I do like the Budweiser cars. So yeah, that's a 95 NSX. The only thing that I don't understand is why this car has fixed headlights when the 95 had flip-ups, pop-ups. I think this was a special model.
I think the people who made it did not do their research on this NSX, because it's just like you said, the 95 NSX had pop-up headlights. This looks like a 04 model.
Yeah, it looks like a newer NSX. I think me and Phoenix talked about it. I think this is a special homogenation to the NSX. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think they styled it over the based on this simple little body kit, which looks good on this car, by the way. I think it was modeled by one of the GT300 NSX.
Could have been.
Yeah.
I've got two more down here that are in stock form, so I need to restore those. One of them's in yellow, the exact same as this one. Concept model. It probably is. Since we're on this subject, let me show you the other two that's next to it. You guys probably like this.
Did you say yellow?
Yellow? Yellow's your fella. Yellow's your color. Y'all don't remember Yellowwood, the commercials of Yellowwood?
Are you talking about the color, right? Yellow.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
being funny. Come on. You bitch.
Now, the the one thing I did not like about the current NSX, well, it is just a stark contrast to the others. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but fucking hell, you could have modeled that bitch off of the 04 NSX or the 95 NSX, or take the combination of the 95 and 05 and just do with that as you will.
Well, the NSX. Oh, come on. Why are you being like this, little bitch? Come on now. Hold on, guys. This shit's. Turn the flasher on. What the fuck? Oh, come on, man. I lost my flash. No, come on. Hold on. We're almost there. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I think I just had it. Come on. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right. Now we got it. We got it. We got it. Let me put the last two in here and then we'll go. Because I'm a diecast. I'm a huge diecast guy, man. I collect this shit. I got to do something with all the shit I got now. Like I said, if you're car guys, you'll like these last two.
Excuse me.
All right. Let me show you this one. For all of my old IROC Z fans, this is a 85 Camaro IROC Z.
Yep.
One thing about this car, if I can get the damn picture, there we go. One thing about this car in particular that I do like is how close to the actual model it is. But for some reason or another, they chose to widen the stance on this car, which I have a problem with because this car is perfect the way it is from factory. It don't need stanced out anything. And for some stupid reason, this is like a riced out Camaro IROC.
To be fair, and you may not like this, but I like it that way. Why?
Stanced out.
Yeah. You may not like it, or I don't know about the guys in the chat, but I like the way how it looks. Just based off of the dimensions of the car.
Well, it's one of those cars that when it came from factory, it was perfect the way it looked. You know, like the Trans Ams, they don't need anything done to them. They don't need any aftermarket, nothing. They look perfect. Stance, the wheel size, everything is perfect. You shut the hell up, Riggs and Phoenix and Johnny Midnight. Three amigos. Shut the hell up.
Amigos.
Now, this is the one that everybody's probably going to like the most. This is a Toyota Supra Mark IV.
Oh, hell yeah. I like that car. I like the way it looks. I don't know about the rims, though.
Just a typical 5-spoke, blacked out wheel. Nothing too fancy on this car. These cars do have metal bodies, metal base. I think the headlights and taillights are lensed. The Camaro, the only thing lensed on it is the taillights. Headlights are painted in. No, actually, I think the headlights are lensed in on that car. Same thing with the Supra. The biggest thing that's going for this Supra right here, this is a hardtop, which is extremely rare in diecast form to get a hardtop Supra. Most of them are target tops. Every single Supra you get in 1/64 scale, Hot Wheels, any of it, that's always going to be a target top Supra. But this one is a very rare hardtop, which makes it more common. Oh, yeah. Since Outlaw is a car guy, I've got an anime recommendation for him. Initial D, a series about street. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Initial D. I've got some street racing Initial D somewhere. I had the Corolla, had the RX-7. Oh, yeah, buddy. I've got all that. Now, if you're a classy guy, I've got some Mercedes and some BMWs. I got some Cadillacs, too. Got some old Cadillacs, some old lead sleds. I just had to show y'all my collection sometime. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all broken, show you the collection, man.
Hey, Outlaw.
Hey, man.
you were talking about the rims on that last car you showed. It made me think of he's like, man, got me thinking about them 20s. No, I mean them 10s, but I keep clean though. Them 10s, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I was on my way to the hood to buy them 20s. I mean 10s. I keep them clean. The Camaro, I can't. Those are another set of just 5-spoke. I think them are more. I don't know. I think these are more of like just the. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that stance, man. Just don't like it. Factory stance on them cars is perfect. If you widen it out, this thing looks like it has wheel spacers on it. If you look at this car sitting on the desk, it looks like they've got wheel spacers on it.
Yeah, I could tell.
And I got that Accord. I'll show y'all this, and then we'll be done. I got that Accord too. What did I do with it? I got to show y'all what I got, man, because I'm proud of what I got. Oh, I bet I ain't gonna be able to find it. What did I do with it? Did I have it here? Yeah, I bet I ain't gonna be able to find it. Oh, where did I take those bitches? Give me just a second here. Give me just a second. Show off the tool shed collection. Shut the hell up. Damn it, the hell. Yeah, y'all talk amongst yourselves. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can find these. Oh, man.
Actually, I got to mute for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Now, hey, Kami, I'm sure will like this. I'm sure you'll like this. I got this the other day. I know you guys will like this. Outlaw showed us the tool shed in VC before. Shut the hell up. Bunch of retards, man. All right, let me pull this up and then shut up, Riggs, and then we'll be done. I'm gonna show y'all how we do. Now, out of all of the 164, this is probably the cleanest car I've got right now. What do you think of that, Hikami?
Looks nice.
Little Honda Accord.
I prefer the DC5 Integra.
I think this is labeled. It don't say the year model on the box. I think this is 98 and up.
Oh.
It's like a 98, 99 maybe. Cool little car, ain't it? It's just a factory automatic. Look at the crisp details on that Joker. It's good shit, ain't it?
Yeah, it's crispy.
A suggestion for a future live stream. The most stolen car. Yeah, you ain't wrong, dude. Honda Accords. But the detail on this car, I highly recommend. If anybody wants one of these, I highly recommend going on eBay and buying one of these. I'm definitely going to buy some more of these. These cars are so worth it, man. Outlaw only pulls in the tool shed. Shut up. You shut the hell up, Phoenix. Bunch of clowns in here, boy. All right. I'm going to the VC, the most stolen car. I'll message you. Outlaw pulled up, but he don't pull out in the tool shed. You guys are retarded, man.
They on your ass today.
Yeah, the three fucking amigos, man. Look at them. Look at them in the chat.
Oh, Outlaw. Speaking of the three amigos, not in the chat, but the actual movie. Remember that part where they get down to Mexico and they're sitting at the table and they're all trying to eat and they can't figure out how to eat the Mexican food. And Chevy Chase looks up and he goes, "You got anything besides Mexican food?"
Outlaw after eating Labubu ramen. Phoenix, I'm going in.
That was probably
Done with her.
to me. That was probably the funniest line from that movie for me. It's like, you got anything besides Mexican food?
Oh, Riggs, that's just what the fuck, man. Oh, what the fuck, dude. What the fuck, bro? All right, hold on. What did he tell me here? Australian 03 has a suggestion. All right, we'll take a look at that. Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that later. Give me just a second. I got to tell these guys something. All right. So we're getting out of here for the night. I appreciate Ramani, Mr. Hikame, for coming on out. We're going to get out of here for the night. I have no idea if anybody else is streaming tonight. I couldn't tell you. There's some powerful negatory going on around here. I need to make that a cutaway gag. There's some powerful negatory going on around here.
Powerful negatory at work.
He's like, you're all testicles and no shaft. What happened to your shaft, Robin?
You got bad credit, Robert.
I like how when he first walks in the house, you can hear him upstairs talking shit.
Yeah, he's like, kind
of like Kenny Rogers yesterday on Mad TV.
Don't get me started on that shit. I promise you. I was dying laughing on that.
And James Brown was in there throwing spices in the bowl. Oh my god, that shit's hilarious, man. All right, we got to get out of here. Riggs is on one now. He's spooled up. We got to get out of here before. All right, appreciate all of you. We will be back tomorrow, same MGTOW time, same MGTOW channel. In the wise words of the dearly departed, don't ever get married. And until then, stay MGTOW, gents. Adios, amigos. Not you three clown chucklehead amigos. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all have a good one.
So, I guess that's all. Don't get married.